Hello again. Here it is time for part 2 of rounding. Yesterday we looked at rounding money, and today we're just going to round some normal numbers. None of those dollar signs and decimals. We're just going to stick with tens and hundreds, okay? So let's review our rhyme from yesterday. Will you say it with me? Underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. If it's 4 or lower, just ignore. Good job. In this problem, we are asked to round to the nearest 10. So the tens place is what we will underline. So let's go through our rhyme. Underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more, but it's not. If it's 4 or lower, just ignore. So we have a 3, which is 4 or lower, so we are going to just ignore, which means we're going to leave the underlined number the same and turn the rest of the numbers, even though it's just 1, into a 0. So 40 would be our answer for rounding 43. Now they're asking us to round 29 to the nearest 10. We're still dealing with tens, so we want to underline the tens place. Underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. 9 is higher than 5, so we want to use the middle part of the rhyme. So we're going to add 1 more to our underlined number and make it 3. Again, just like before, the rest of the numbers, or just the 9 in this case, will become a 0. So when we round 29, we get 30. This problem also asks us to round to the nearest 10. But wait, this number doesn't have a number in the tens place. It just has 8 in the ones place. So what we're going to do is put an understood 0 in the tens place, because we really have 8 ones and no tens. So we're still going to use our rhyme, but we're going to underline the number that we just filled in as 0. It's okay, we can do that. So we underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. And it is 5 or higher. 8 is higher than 5. So we're going to add 1 more to our underlined number, which when you add 1 to 0, you get 1, and the rest of the numbers, now just the 8, become 0. So when you round 8 to the nearest 10, it's actually 10. What if you're asked to round to the nearest 100? Well, the rules are the same, but instead of underlining the tens place, you'll just underline the hundreds place. So underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. And it is 5 or higher. So we're going to add 1 more to our underlined number to make it 2, and the rest of the numbers are zeros. Again, we are asked to round to the nearest 100. So we will underline the hundreds place. Underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. But it's not 5 or higher. If it's 4 or lower, just ignore. It is 4 or lower. So we will ignore, which means leave the underlined number the same and change the rest to zeros. So a couple problems ago, we rounded 150, which that rounded up to 200, but 144 stays at 100. In this problem, we're again asked to round to the nearest 100, so we need to underline the hundreds place. Underline the digit, look next door. If it's 5 or higher, add 1 more. 9 is 5 or higher, so we're going to add 1 more to our underlined number and make the rest of the numbers zeros. Now notice, just real quick, I want to make sure you understand this. that I'm only putting 2 zeros because that's the amount of numbers that I have following my underlined number, which I just changed. So you can only put as many zeros as you have numbers after your underlined number. Okay? Again, just like yesterday, here's the rhyme for you to use as you start your homework. So be sure to read the directions again. Make sure you know whether you're supposed to be rounding to the nearest 10 or to the nearest 100, because that will change which digit you underline, okay? Good luck!